No doubt it's been a tough year for losses in the music industry. You start with Chris Cornell, Chester Bennington, and that whole thing. This morning, we have the news of Chester Bennington's autopsy results, autopsy and toxicology results. Not an easy thing to go through here. This is so disappointing. I'm going to play some Linkin Park for you in a second. This beautiful, beautiful tune that they are, I think they're going to be putting out. According to autopsy and toxicology results obtained by TMZ, I never really liked TMZ, but in this case, they got this on the story. Linkin Park's singer Chester Bennington's blood tested positive for alcohol in his system. Remember, his body was discovered in his home July of this year, July 20th. Alcohol was in his system. His blood also tested presumptive positive for MDMA. That's ecstasy. Based on one test. Two subsequent tests did not detect the drug, and the ultimate conclusion was Chester was not under the influence of drugs when he died. Authorities found a prescription bottle of Zolpidem, generic Ambien, on his dresser. There was also a pint glass of Corona, which was less than half full, and an empty bottle of Stella Artois. Police found pieces of fingernail underneath his iPhone on a table in his bedroom. Chester's wife, Talinda, told cops he would do that when he was anxious. She said Chester had a history of depression and previous suicide attempts, including one in 2006 when he left the house with a gun after drinking heavily. Talinda added Chester was currently in an outpatient treatment program. A month before his death, Chester reportedly told friends that he'd been sober for 6 months. This is so heartbreaking. He'd been prescribed antidepressants in the past, but had not taken them for more than a year, according to Talinda. So, I guess, take that for what you will. They do a series of tests in the autopsy and toxicology process, and one of them showed positive, presumptive positive. I'm not sure exactly what that means, to be totally honest with you, and I don't want to assume too much, but one showed presumptive positive for ecstasy, and the other two did not detect the drug at all. Trace amount of alcohol in the system, obviously a beer in the room. I really don't know. I guess it's not all that conclusive. It would be easier if all the tests came back and he was under the influence, and you would say, okay, well, that's, he was under the influence. But clearly, this just looks like a case of depression. Him and Chris Cornell were very, very close together, so I'm sure that wasn't an easy process for him to undertake. And, it's just really, really sad. It's just really, really sad. I'm going to post a video for this song. And the heartbreaking thing is, when you watch the video, you just look at all the adoration that Chester was getting from fans, just the pure love his fans had for him is really unbelievable. And you look at it and you think to yourself, how can somebody do this? When they have all these people that look up to them and admire them and all that stuff. And I know just depression is just a tricky, bad thing. It's just a tricky, tricky, bad thing. But it's heartbreaking. I mean, I'm going to post the video. You watch it. You just see all these people just clamoring to just reach out and touch him as he sings and addresses the crowd. It's like such a wonderful moment between humans, to have somebody not being able to process that as a positive and hold that with them during dark times. It's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate. There's your update on Chester Bennington. That news coming out just this morning of the autopsy and toxicology reports. So here's the song that I want to play for you. This is going to be on a new release that Linkin Park is going to be putting out called One More Light Live. Linkin Park started they started a One More Light fund to raise money and awareness for mental health issues. Remember, they had that big show at the Hollywood Bowl in L.A. Just a little while ago. Blink-182, System of a Down, No Doubt, Alanis Morissette, Gavin Rossdale of Bush showed up. They all sang and performed with Linkin Park on stage. It was they filmed it. I believe they're going to be putting that out as well at some point. But all the proceeds from that concert are going towards the One More Light Fund. And they're going to put out One More Light Live, which captures Chester Bennington's final live performance. And this is from that forthcoming release. This is, I guess, an unplugged, just piano-only accompanied version of their big hit, Crawling.